The city of Austin may keep its emergency homeless shelter at the marshalling yard open indefinitely. They're going to vote on that next week.
As KXAN's Grace Reeder explains, the mayor wants the city to find a new space before closing the temporary shelter down.
This warehouse has been used by the city of Austin as an emergency homeless shelter since summer of last year. What was intended to be a year-long temporary solution may now stay open indefinitely. We're talking about the marshalling yard near the airport, originally built to support the city's convention center.
And we put 300 beds in there. Now that's congregate sheltering. That's where people are all in one space.
Mayor Kirk Watson brought forward a resolution that would keep the city's temporary shelter at the marshalling yard open until the city can find a permanent alternative. That's on the mind of Barry Jones, who once stayed at the shelter and now works with an advocacy group called Vocal Texas.
There's still hundreds of people in that unit, and it'd be cruel to kick people out back onto the street. We really need to find someplace, commit to having someplace for them to go.
The mayor agrees. According to his resolution, more than 1,000 people have stayed at the shelter since it opened last year, and shutting it down in March, which is the plan now, would have ripple effects on the city's efforts to shelter the more than 6,000 people currently experiencing homelessness in our city.
On any given night, that's about 270 people, and if we were to shut that down prematurely, what we would be doing is we'd be forcing 270 people to 300 people back out on the street.
The resolution will also direct the city manager to make sure more people leaving the marshalling yard leave to permanent housing instead of back to the streets.
We need to look very carefully at making sure that all those people have somewhere to go.
Grace Reeder, KXAN News.
The city manager will be tasked with determining how much this will cost and where the money will come from. The city's original contract with Family Endeavors to get the shelter up and running and operate it was just north of $9 million. Then City Council approved an 8-month extension of that contract for $500,000 more. Also, on next week's Austin City Council agenda, the city could shuffle nearly $1 million American Rescue Plan Act or ARPA dollars to the Homelessness Engagement Assistance Response Team. And that's a pilot program through Urban Alchemy and the Downtown Austin Alliance. They work with APD and Downtown Austin Alliance ambassadors to address non-emergency issues like mental health episodes and connecting people to resources.